Hello, this is Brigitte from TasteiTTv and I'm back at the Basingstoke Frequency Medicine Center with Siobhan. Siobhan, thank you for having me.
Hello, you're welcome.
So I think I'm back for a BioResonance scan.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
So this is we use Biophilia, which is one of the many bioresonance scans on the market. And Biophilia is a Russian-made machine. And what we've done is I've taken a few details from you, Bridget, and we've got to this screen because you want to have a look at your respiratory system. We can look at lots of different systems, but or we can just do a full comprehensive body scan, but that takes quite a long time. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to have a look at your respiratory system. So we have all the different elements of the respiratory system, from the lungs, the pleura, the mucosa, larynx and trachea, bronchus and bronchi and bronchioles, all of that. And when you put on these headphones, Bridget, those headphones are specially made. They have they have something which picks up the central nervous system, all the energetic signatures that are being transmitted by the central nervous system to the brain. It kind of listens in on all that and picks up what frequencies are optimal, what frequencies need help and support. So, and I'm going to ask you also to hold the copper rod, just to complete a kind of circuit so that it can read, and then we're going to press research.
Yes, it's tingling.
And it's going to work. Great, cool. So it's looking through the sinuses. These different colours that it comes up with show us, in the first instance, where the energy is high, where the energy is medium, or whether the energy is low. So far it's coming up with pretty high to medium energy in most of these systems. These are cross sections of the trachea, large bronchus cross section. Yeah, so were you ever a smoker?
No.
No, good, well done. We're not seeing anything too bad. There might be there's something in the lungs here that it came up as a bit brown, which suggests that there might be some inflammation, perhaps, or yeah. So that didn't take very long.
Yeah.
After that, you can pop that down now, and you can pop the headphones off.
Okay. So put this in here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, if I go to the card index, now I'm looking at everything that we just scanned. And if I view results, a lot of it's coming up as perfectly normal. All the green is normal. The only thing that came up as an issue possibly is where we saw the brown. But I wouldn't really consider this to be an issue because, whoops, I just went the wrong way there. We're looking at the energy level, and the energy level here is at 75%. Moving down to the least is 49%, and then it leaps to 65. So, but the optimum dispersion, which is it's the balance of good cells to bad cells, is very, very good. We only really get concerned when it's less than 0.9, and where the energy is low and the optimum dispersion is low, that's where we look for chronicity, whether there is something here that's reasonably chronic. But it's not a big deal at all. Okay. For analysis purposes, I wouldn't even bother with that. But we will go into the test anyway. So I'm just going to look at pathology there. So there's nothing in the red. What you may have had at some point is a slight infection, and that is definitely on the way out because it's in the green. Okay. If it was in the red, that would mean that it may still be around. I'll have a look at organisms just to see. Streptococcus is probably the cause of it, but again, the reading is the higher the number, the less likely it is to be symptomatic, and this is a very high number indeed, which means that at one time, you see, this is a very sensitive machine, so it will tell you what you've had in the past, and it will tell you what you're likely to have in the future. At one time you had a streptococcus infection, and that caused some lung issues. And the lungs are still, on an energetic level, they're still recovering from that. So really nothing to worry about. I will have a look at the vitamin table because, oh my goodness, your vitamin levels are very good indeed. Well done you. Nothing in the red there, there's no deficiencies. Have a look at heavy metals, nothing in the red again, no heavy metals to worry about. We can look at lots of things. We can look at bark flowers. Again, if it was in the red, it would be suggesting that you have it. That's a misprint. It should say sage without the U. Sage is not a bark flower remedy, but it is a flower remedy. Chicory is another one that is being suggested for the lungs. But yeah, again, if it's not in the red, I wouldn't worry about it. We also look at emotional matrix because sometimes emotions drive illness. And so we look at, but again, nothing in the red. Really, no emotions are driving your lungs, illness in your lungs at all. So what was the symptom that you were coming up with?
Because I feel like every morning there's like some clearing of the lungs that happens.
Okay, so that's probably why we're seeing that. Just get out of there. Just messing about at the moment. That's probably why we're seeing these little brown areas. This is where there's probably some leftover mucus. When was the last time you had any kind of lung infection or flu-y, cold, anything that was a big coughing issue?
I think I had a little bit of it like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay, okay. So that's probably what's left over. So a bit of deep breathing, you know, a bit of cardiovascular exercise is probably all that it needs to clear it completely.
And does it show, the emotions are quite interesting because I have gone through some grief.
Yes.
So because I know from Chinese medicine that's always associated with the lungs. I was surprised to actually not see it on there, which
where am I looking?
Which is quite interesting.
So yes, it's if you're feeling the grief in the way that you're meant to feel it, it's not going to get trapped in the tissue. But if there is trapped grief, then it would show in the tissue. So this is from the point of view of your lungs. Your lungs are not straining under any trapped emotions.
That makes sense because the more I learn about this, the more I try to not let my emotions be trapped. So of course it's been a year of death with my father passing, then one of my pet chickens, and last week my other pet chicken passed. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. I mean, I absolutely adore my pets, and especially the chicken that passed last week. She died in my arms, and I just cried the whole day. It was super sad, but I wanted to get that emotion out because I know how much the physical is linked to the emotional.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's actually in a way reassuring to see that it's giving me that feedback that I managed to just allow myself to feel and not like have it all internalized or start thinking like, oh, people won't understand because it's just a chicken. You know?
Well, it's probably not just the chicken. It's grief for more than that.
Yes. And
the chicken is in a way your chickens. The death of your chickens have enabled you to grieve properly, for because they've been a sort of like another trigger, haven't they? I know you love your chickens, of course you do, but they've been another trigger that has helped to release a lot of grief. So definitely not trapped in the tissues.
That's amazing.
Which is great. And what else can we say about it?
Allergens? Are there any allergies? Not chocolate.
Very, very, very mild. So I wouldn't. From the point of view of the lungs don't have a bit of an aversion to chocolate, but at 0.392, that is extremely mild, largely non-symptomatic. But don't have too much chocolate.
No, I won't.
Everybody is allergic to chocolate, has chocolate as an allergen to a certain extent. It may be very high like that, but sometimes you get a very low number, which means they're definitely allergic.
Okay.
So the main allergens we find are chocolate, wheat flour, sometimes rye flour, and coffee comes up as a really big allergen time and time again. You have a very tiny allergic reaction to penicillin, not so you'd notice, but the body has a slight aversion to it. Glutamine, that's not really something, I don't know why it's coming up with glutamine, that's a different thing. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay.
What else I would look at? I mean, you could say metabolic indicator. Again, you're really healthy.
Right.
There's no microbial imbalance. Sorry?
I think what you did is you helped with that, because I've been using the biocharger quite a lot. So
right, okay.
probably
yes,
helps.
You've got enough vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, amino acids. There's nothing really coming up as you're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
And we do from time to time fall prey to certain viruses, bacteria, which causes, I mean, it could be said that your lungs were going through a bit of a detox reaction anyway. I mean, you have been grieving. Yeah. The lungs have been prone to, because of grief, the lungs are prone to parasitic infection, but it dealt with it pretty quickly. And now they're coming back energetically. They're coming back.
That's fantastic.
So nothing really serious there at all.
Yeah.
You probably find if you had another BioResonance scan in about a month's time, that would have cleared up.
Yeah. But it's reassuring, because I think another thing that I'm learning from talking to a lot of people like yourself is that it really is all about prevention, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy that it just shows, because I have also cut out gluten and white flour. I'm trying to cut out sugar. That doesn't always work, but I'm surprised not to see it as an allergen on there either.
Yeah, it doesn't tend. I mean, sugar doesn't tend to come up.
And the flour?
Oh, the flour. Yeah, it might be down here because you haven't had it for a while. So it tends to appear in the red when you've had some lately. Yeah. But it's coming up as 0.539, so it's no longer in a kind of danger zone.
Okay.
You could probably eat flour now and again without too much ill effect. But you've largely made it so it's not so allergic to the system because you're not having it, basically. What comes up in the red is stuff that would be, don't have that now. Cut down, and you'll find that the allergies consequently go down a little bit. Arak, that's a kind of spinach. Arak, I think it's the spinach family. So that's something that you shouldn't have too much of. But again, it's not really an allergen. It's not coming up as red. So these are things that maybe one day, if you had too many of them, perhaps nicotine. Nicotine is obviously an allergen. Yeah. Cow milk, again, it's not a problem at the moment. But if you had too much of it, it might become a problem. Again, the body can cope with it if it's not in the red.
Yeah. Oh, that's really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, I was going to have a look at your aura. Can I do that here? Oh, it doesn't really. Yeah, no, it doesn't show it. Yes, it does. You go over here and do it. You can. So yes, that aura is not looking as it should. No. There's something in the throat chakra. Well, you're missing out. It should be like this all the way around. What you're missing out are the bottom two chakras, and your throat chakra seems to have been impacted as well. Yeah. And this could be a product of grief. You feel a little bit ungrounded. You feel a little bit, that you're, because this is power, vitality, groundedness, and this is family, tribal connections, sexuality, and those two things have become a little bit unmoored since obviously the death of a parent. So, some work on the aura might be in order. When we look at the aura, things happen in the aura that then, if they're not dealt with there, or if, things happen to the aura, but it doesn't mean that it's going to manifest into disease necessarily. But sometimes if we look at the aura, because if we don't deal with what's going on out there, it comes into the physical eventually. It starts in the aura, becomes emotional, becomes physical, and those are the sort of bodies that we inhabit. So the aura is part of the mix. I don't always look at the aura, but I just thought I'd look at it today.
Yeah.
I will also look at EMF and geopathic stress. So yeah, that's not too bad either. Geopollution. Yeah, nothing coming up in the red there. So I thought because you are quite you're quite sensitive, that there might be some EMF sensitivity as well, but not really.
But I do a lot. I've got a few devices at home. I've got I sleep in a Faraday cage.
Yeah.
So I do quite a lot of
really
EMF
good.
protection.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big fears.
Fear of death, yeah.
Fear of death, but
I've been
it's not in the red.
More. No.
Ah, okay, so it's bubbling under. It's bubbling
Yeah.
under the red at 0.671.
Yeah.
And if it's less than 0.399, then it usually goes into the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.4, 0.399. That's when it starts to go into the red. But it's, it's pretty normal to have a fear of death because we don't know what's going to happen, and it gets closer and closer the older we get. So we start to look at it after a while, don't we, and go, oh my God. And especially when we lose loved ones, we wonder where they go, and we feel that they're around, but we don't really understand how that mechanism works. So yeah, we fear the unknown, and that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, no, it's true. I really like this because it just shows you all the aspects, and when it comes to health, like when you grow up, you're kind of taught, you go to the doctor, they tell you what is wrong with you, and then you get a few pills, and then a few weeks later you're supposed to be better again. But that's never felt right, it's never felt good, it's never felt empowering. It's like you're always dependent on someone else. Whereas what I like about this is it shows you all the parts of you. You know, kind of like a discovery map, and it encompasses everything, because like so many people still disattach the emotional from the physical. But then think about what happens when we fall in love. There's definitely sensations there, so that's a direct link. But think about when we feel sad and we cry. I mean, how's that not proof of actually physical and emotional directly being linked?
Yeah. So
I think more and more it's really, really refreshing to see holistic systems like this that bring you more in contact with yourself also.
Yes, yeah. And especially as you say, emotions, I mean, if you push them down and don't allow yourself to feel them, they'll come out somehow, and they usually come out as some kind of pathology in the body. Yeah. And we see that again and again. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing this, Siobhan.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for being my guinea pig.
Anytime, So if you got other stuff to try, I'll gladly do it.
Okay, great.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye.